Hello and welcome to another episode of the CUFI Weekly, and today I want to talk about the hypocrisy of the international community, and in particular the United Nations. The United Nations, founded in the aftermath of the Second World War, was meant to be a guarantor, a force for good in the world, to prevent future wars. History has shown that it has not only proved useless in this task, but in fact emboldens the worst forces in the world. So firstly, I want to discuss something that happened in Gaza over the weekend. A truck with aid, food aid primarily, was looted and the aid stolen in Gaza. Over 100 trucks were attacked violently and the aid stolen. Let me take your mind back a few weeks. The Biden administration had been pressurizing Israel, saying that they had to let more aid into Gaza, or there was a chance that their weapons supply from the United States would be cut off. This threat eventually didn't happen, as the Biden administration said that enough aid was getting in. But something Israel insisted at the time, and have continued to, is that aid is being facilitated. The statistics show over 1 million tons of aid has gone into Gaza since the October 7th massacre. But that aid is being looted by Hamas, and its allies are not actually making it to the people who need it most. And now there was this very dramatic episode where trucks were looted and the aid was stolen. Interestingly, when the UN were pressed on who was responsible for looting the trucks, they wouldn't give an answer. They said they didn't know, or they couldn't name who was responsible. I'll do it for you. I'll show courage where the UN wouldn't. It was Hamas. Yet the international community buy this narrative that somehow Israel is responsible for aid not getting into Gaza. Meanwhile, in Lebanon, a base of Italian peacekeepers, of part of the UNIFIL group, was attacked by Hezbollah. Instantly, the Italian defense minister accused Israel and said that this was terrible. It was only after investigation that it was shown, as Israel has asserted from the day the incident happened, that this was indeed Hezbollah. The Italian defense minister said that he had made a statement without the full information. It seems world leaders do that a lot when Israel is concerned. Yet, once again, the UN is showing maximum cowardice. When asked who was responsible for these attacks, now it was proved that Hezbollah was responsible. They said that the attacks were by a non-state actor. A non-state actor? It's Hezbollah. Why is the UN so hesitant to use the names of these terrorist groups? The attack was conducted by Hezbollah, a non-state actor. It wasn't Beirut Soccer Club. It was the Iranian regime-supported and funded proxy Hezbollah. And UNIFIL have been absolutely useless in preventing Hezbollah from being on that border, firing rockets at Israel. Again, the UN fails. What does all this mean, though? Why am I bringing this up? Because this hypocrisy, this weakness in the face of evil, this double standard of, if Israel could have been blamed for the attacks on these UNIFIL troops, could you imagine the outrage? Could you imagine the UN Security Council meetings, the condemnations, the resolutions? Has there been any condemnations and resolutions about the attack on this convoy of aid, on the UNIFIL troops being attacked? No, they won't even name who's responsible, even though we know who is responsible. And all this does is embolden the worst forces in the world. All this does is embolden those anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, anti-Western countries and entities who seek to destroy the freedom and liberty which we hold dear. It is apparent that the UN is no longer fit for purpose. It has done nothing to maintain the peace. It has in fact caused conflict by its indoctrination of Palestinian children under UNRWA and the absolute pointless mission of UNIFIL, who couldn't even keep Hezbollah away from the border. This is why it is so essential that we speak out. It is so essential that you use your voice to be an ambassador for truth. Because we are fighting a war on multiple fronts. While the IDF fight valiantly against Hamas and Hezbollah terrorists, we are fighting an education and information war in the United States. The Bible commands us to be courageous, and we must be courageous in this moment and always. Also, we will not be having an episode next week, as it is Thanksgiving in the United States. So from me and the whole team of CUFI, we wish you a happy, blessed Thanksgiving. May it be blessed for you and your loved ones. Thanks for checking out this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe so you get a notification every time a new episode hits. And if you want to check out some of our previous episodes, and we've got some really good ones, click on one of the thumbnails and that will take you right there. And finally, if you want to know more about CUFI and the work we do, go to cufi.org to check out all the resources we have available free to you.